Hello, my name is Karen Cage, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of RealComp 2 Limited, Michigan's largest realtor-owned multiple listing service.
And I'm Doug Hardy, President of RealComp. In collaboration with our professional action initiatives, RealComp and its shareholder boards and associations of realtors have partnered to bring you this special video. Its purpose is to raise realtor awareness of simple yet critical good business practices and courtesies, which serve as a foundation for successful careers. Many of these are common sense, but all are essential for building important relationships with clients and fellow realtors.
We're pleased to bring these guidelines to you, which originated with the National Association of Realtors and their Pathways to Professionalism program. Following these principles is an excellent way to build a reputation for professional behavior, which will only enhance your standing among colleagues and clients.
Incorporating these values and practices into our individual daily approach serves to successfully raise the bar of our collective shared industry.
To me, respect means following the golden rule and striving to treat others the same way I want to be treated. The real estate business is a reputation business based on demonstrated courtesy, trust, and respect. One courtesy I make every effort to practice is always communicating with my customers and clients in a timely manner. My goal is to provide a response to them as quickly as I can. I check my email often and place the same priority on emails as I do on phone calls. Another courtesy that I take pride in practicing involves informing all necessary parties of any appointment cancellations. For example, when a prospective buyer of mine decides not to view a property for whatever reason, I make sure the listing office and/or the seller are informed of this change immediately.
As the old adage goes, dress for success. If you want to be taken seriously and treated professionally, you need to dress accordingly. My goal is to have a professional appearance at all times in both my dress and my vehicle. I may not always drive the most expensive car, but when I'm driving clients around, I make sure it's clean and presentable inside and out. When clients of other brokers ask me for advice, I quickly advise them that they should direct their questions to their agents or representative. I do this out of respect for my realtor colleagues and I expect the same from them.
As realtors, we should always attempt to communicate with customers and clients as simply and clearly as possible, avoiding as much as possible the use of industry jargon. Rather than using terms like CMA or BPO, I'd much rather say, I'm happy to provide you with a comparative market analysis or broker price opinion, and then explain what these mean. Not being clear or understandable is unproductive and does everyone a disservice.
It's very important that we, as professional realtors, remain sensitive to our cultural differences as our respective communities diversify. We must continually educate ourselves to best serve customers and clients from every culture. Multicultural understanding gets back to the importance of always following a policy of mutual respect. I learned these lessons early on in my career. Guarantee only what I know I can deliver, meet all deadlines, and keep my promises. Real estate is a reputation business, and a large part of my reputation is based on keeping my word and building a trust with my clients and colleagues.
I like to schedule appointments as far in advance as possible. If I know I'm going to be delayed or must cancel an appointment, it's absolutely imperative that I contact my client to let them know. I also take pride in being punctual and courteous. These things go hand in hand, and our ability as realtors to do them consistently, despite the realities inherent in our increasingly busier lives, speaks volumes to the public.
I always identify myself and my company when inquiring about a property or when communicating with other realtors. I greatly appreciate when other realtors do the same when contacting me. When showing a home, I always ring the doorbell and knock before entering. I also knock on doors before entering any closed room, even when I believe a property is empty. These simple practices demonstrate a respect for privacy and help to avoid embarrassing moments.
I make it a practice to use the sidewalks when approaching a home. I also remove my shoes automatically out of respect for the seller, unless they indicate to me that it is not necessary. I would much rather put the sellers in the position of saying, "Oh, you don't need to do that," rather than, "Please take your shoes off."
When showing a property to a group of 2 or more, I ask clients and visitors to kindly stay together while we tour the property for safety and security reasons. Additionally, I never allow my buyers to enter a property unaccompanied.
When entering someone's home, it's important to be respectful of it. I don't permit my clients to eat, drink, or smoke in the properties we are viewing. I also recommend that any criticisms of the property be discussed outside the presence of the seller. There's a time and a place for sharing these criticisms with the seller, almost always outside the home showing.
If the seller or occupant of a property is home during a showing, I always ask permission, if there's occasion, to use the telephone or bathroom, or even to dispose of a small item of trash. This common courtesy can go a long way in promoting positive relations with customers and clients.
It's important to be courteous to other agents, including those who may actively be showing a property when I arrive, with my clients to do the same thing. When showing a home, I like to leave my business card or at least sign the showing register so the listing agent can follow up with me if they choose.
When sellers are present and it's time for me to leave, I always thank them for the opportunity to show their property and let them know that I am leaving. When sellers are absent, I believe it is essential to leave the property as it was when I arrived. This may mean wiping the floor, turning off lights, or drawing drapes closed to return the property to the same state in which I found it. Last but not least, it's important to return the key to the lockbox and lock it before leaving.
After I've shown a property, I take time to notify the listing broker if there appears to be any inaccurate information on the listing. It's also important to report anything that appears to be wrong with the property to the listing broker in a timely manner. I like to respond to feedback requests from other agents as quickly as I can. I know I appreciate it when other agents respond promptly to my request for feedback. The sellers are usually very eager to obtain this information.
As the selling agent, I'm responsible for delivering a legible offer to purchase to the listing agent, along with required disclosures and supporting documents. Providing the buyer's financial qualification is a part of this. Listing and selling agents should explain all details of the terms of an offer to their clients, including the estimate of potential settlement costs.
I am always quick to provide the seller or purchaser's response to the offer to purchase, recognizing the emotion-based dynamics of home buying. What's the old saying about he who hesitates? It is extremely important for the listing and selling agents to remain cooperative liaisons between the seller and buyer. This can make a huge difference in ensuring a smooth settlement process. As cooperating realtors, we need to keep each other informed of any problems or complications that develop with contract contingencies in a timely manner.
Prepare all amendments when necessary. Don't wait until the last minute. Resolve conflicts and problems prior to closing. Don't let unresolved issues linger. As a listing agent, I'm responsible for coordinating the closing date. This needs to be done as far in advance as possible, with all parties notified in a timely manner.
All access to the property should be coordinated through the listing office. This includes inspections, appraisals, insurance, etc.